Seoul's Itaewon neighborhood's been thrown into the most tragic of global spotlights since a crowd crush on Saturday night claimed at least 155 lives as the death toll rose late Monday. Many thousands of young people had been out in Itaewon celebrating Halloween. I first moved to this neighborhood in 2010 and only moved away just a few days before Halloween this year. And I want to tell you a little more about this place, which I called home for around 12 years. Itaewon's only gained its Halloween festival reputation over the last decade. There weren't the big crowds when I first arrived. In fact, Itaewon was known as more of a place for foreigners to live and visit, including American military personnel. It was sometimes seen as dangerous, more because of misconceptions and, admittedly, a seedy red light district, while a notorious murder case in 1997 also tarnished its reputation. Yet, the Itaewon I got to know and love started to attract more and more young Korean visitors. It became fashionable while remaining remarkable for its diversity, both in terms of people and food. And this aspect was celebrated by the drama Itaewon-class. According to one line from a Halloween scene, it feels like the whole world is condensed into this street. How horrifying now in hindsight, as the street in question feeds into the narrow alley where Saturday's crush happened. Looking at side alleys like this one, just two along from the scene of the tragedy, it's easy to see how dangerous it could become, considering how narrow it is, and also the uneven ground, this slope. But that wasn't something that came to mind when I used to come down here with my young kids to see all the Halloween fun in recent years. We were just overly familiar with this layout, never seeing it as a threat, even if the crowds were sometimes uncomfortable. That was true also of the Itaewon Global Village Festival just a few days before Halloween this year. But this was a creeping danger, as Itaewon's gradually built up over the years, not being planned out like some of Korea's newer neighborhoods and cities. That's also part of Itaewon's charm, but it's difficult to know when or if people will see this area in the same way again. Of course, the victims and their loved ones are the priority now, as well as ensuring nothing like this happens again. But one can't also help but fear for Itaewon's future. Businesses here had only recently emerged from the challenges of the pandemic, particularly as the neighborhood was stigmatized for being one of the earlier locations to be hit by COVID-19. In a tragic twist, it was just happily getting busy again, celebrating the return of crowds who'd perhaps been eager to get back that fun and freedom from before the pandemic, symbolized by the free-for-all atmosphere of Halloween in Itaewon. I have no idea what happens next, but we might echo the phrase from social media, pray for Itaewon, as well as, of course, for those struck by this tragedy.